So what are the 5 stages of product development? It starts with development, then introduction to the market. You go through the growth phase if you do things right. You reach maturity, and then eventually, inevitably, there's a decline. You read a lot of marketing books. They may only talk about the 4 phases because they assume that the product's already done. At Gembah, of course, we think that the development phase may very well be the most important stage, because if you don't do that right, if you don't develop a product that customers actually want for a price point that they're willing to pay, you're probably never going to hit the growth stage, right? Development's super important. Then introduction, this is really where you learn the market, you do a lot of A/B testing, you test different pricing strategy, discount strategy, marketing, and you start growing. And then if you do things right, you hit the growth stage. This is when demand starts to increase. Unfortunately, this is also probably where you start attracting competition. And that competition and changing market demands eventually going to lead to the maturity. Maturity is not bad. But you know you reach here, now you're trying to harvest. This is where you harvest cash as much as possible to help you generate profits and then also fund the next product development. And almost always you end up in a decline phase afterwards. There are strategies you can apply here. You can launch a new version of the project. You can bundle it with something else. So strategies that we're happy to talk about when you can regenerate this curve again and have a multi-curve going ahead. So when you have multiple products, right, that you've launched at different times, they're not all going to be in the same product life cycle stage. So smart companies that have a collection of products, they use the BCG matrix from Boston Consulting Group to help identify, based on what stage the product is, what is the strategy you take. So they divide it into stars, question marks, cash cows, and pets, or dogs if you prefer that. So stars, high growth rate, high market share, invest here. Here's where you pour money to continue the growth. Question marks, this is typically in the intro stage. You've launched a product, you don't really know if it's working or not. So continuous rethinking. Cash cows, remember that maturity state. This is when you harvest mature product, steady revenues, harvest cash. And finally, the pets, the dogs, the products that aren't working out at all from the beginning or when they reach the decline, divest in them. Go to Gembah.com, you can learn more about this and contact us if you want help. We'd love to talk to you.